to the end of the third quarter. Liberty in control here on top, 42-40.
All right.
And we didn't stop there.
So Liberty, Western Carolina playing it now. The third quarter just ended. I'm really stoked. I just got a new microphone, so hopefully my audio is a little bit better. But Western Carolina, the biggest underdog of the weekend. Even though I just looked back and all the money this morning was coming in on Liberty. The line opened at 35, got pushed to 39, and here I am sitting with the Western Carolina Bulldogs, whatever their mascot is, at 30.5 dogs. They're down by 28 right now. So two scores to give me the loss. I can give up one score. Liberty's driving right now. Like I said, it's fourth quarter is just starting, so we're gonna watch this and see if I can come up with Western Carolina. 38.5. I got them at 38.5. Right before I saw Stations had it at 39 actually, so it's kind of bummed I missed that. All right, I'm done talking. Let me find my phone and settle in.
How are they going to keep players engaged? They just sit here all tonight. We begin this 2020 season playing in front of a bunch of. Is this for us? 3.7 seconds remaining. One quarter away from moving to 8-0 on the season. For our Fayetteville College football update brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Coastal Carolina, they're supposed to be playing Troy. It was postponed. Today's game moves to December 12th. COVID-19 test. Also interesting to note, no ranked matchups to the first week in November since 2009. That's partially due to all the games that were postponed and canceled and such. But we mentioned Coastal Carolina. Why do we mention the Chanticleers as Liberty just takes one to the house? Someone didn't give them.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Right in the middle of the fans that college football up. Dr. Pepper. DJ Daniels said, Dr. Pepper. I don't care. I'm taking it to the end zone. I'd say give that man a Dr. Pepper.
Are you serious?
All 23 flavors of bubbly deliciousness. DJ Daniels with a second touchdown.
Literally hadn't even come back from the commercial break.
Chris Ferguson.
Liberty already scored.
And Daniels does the rest. So 2 scores for the true freshman. What a season this young man has had.
Oh, there's one score.
Because of the great hands
You
and
love
stuff.
that.
I do like that. It's a good nickname.
4-point game.
The distance. Also now, Jason Stricker in for the
Ooh.
extra point.
Missed the extra point.
So the Flames on the board again.
I don't know if that matters.
We'll see more about Fansville on the other side.
Wow.
There were many who said it couldn't be done.
But we did.
And we didn't stop there.
We kept reaching.
We grew.
We took risks.
We conquered.
We made the ordinary into extraordinary.
We believe in the innovators.
Risk takers and everyone in between.
Because at Coastal Carolina University,
We know that those who believe it can be done do.
selling an apartment?
There is a bit of a plumbing problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Students of color typically do not have access to high-quality computer science and STEM education. I joined Amazon because I wanted to change education, and I am impatient. Amazon gives me the resources to change the world at a pace that I want to change. We need students to stand and teachers support. I'm a fighter, and I'm fighting for all students.
To the Pittsburgh native supporting the different black and gold. The fan walk from Wrigley Field is just as drawn to the octagon. And the Indiana man.
There's actually some other good games on. I kind of wish I could watch one of those.
Yeah, I just wish you weren't like here.
If tennis is your cup of tea, or fantasy is your
Because of this channel, I'm watching this
this is your stream.
goofy game.
ESPN Plus. It exists because you do.
What is this? It's another ad read. These things are getting out of control. Do they really think I'm going to interrupt the show to tell people, watch ESPN live on Hulu? Come on, Steve. Do people tune into my show to hear me say, watch ESPN live on Hulu?
No, they don't, Scott.
It's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I'm a man of principle. Never. Ever.
A flawless transition from the Fansville to this. The remaining games were limited this year. You take a look at what's left on their schedule. You also take a look at the FPI win percentage for Liberty. So heavy favorites against UMass. That's the day after Thanksgiving.
You gotta get some points
Next
here.
week at NC State, and then the final game of the year, an old rival from the Big South days, Coastal Carolina, who's ranked 15th right now. So a couple of big opportunities for the Flames. Listen, they've already, kind of gone into that national conversation with what they've done this year. You're in the top 25, you're there. But you have a chance with those two games left on the schedule to really have not just what's been a special season. Those are top 15 teams.
I mean, this is 2020. And you want about 2020. The Flames get past NC State, which I was a little surprised to see on the statistic that they have a higher percentage chance of winning versus NC State than they do.
I was, yeah.
If they get past NC State, UMass, did you think the start of the season it would be
Two unbeatens.
two unbeatens, Coastal ranked ahead of Liberty?
Can we put in an early call to get game day to go down?
Let's get a game day. Go to the beach. Exactly.
Hands off on first down. That's
First down, 5-yard run.
Western Carolina. Talk about the rest of their schedule. At Eastern Kentucky next week. They've got a couple of weeks off before they finish up the fall portion of their schedule. At North Carolina in December. Quarterback right keeps it. But not enough for a first down.
Yeah, there's a lot of really positive things for Western Carolina to take away from this game.
Is this, I don't even know, is this Western Carolina's first season as D1?
Between the two of them,
School?
red zone, go five, couple times when they got
That's what it feels like.
So for Coach Spear, there is a ton of positives to build on.
But one thing they really haven't done effectively today, you haven't seen Connect taking a shot down the
Right.
So much in the passing game has been that short passing game. And Liberty's done a good job of taking away many of those vertical routes that you talked about early on.
Yeah, it's not that they haven't tried, they've had a hard time in pass protection, but get the time to get downfield to be able to take those shots.
Trying to fit one in there to Calvin Jones, was unable to flag it down. It's also a group of young playmakers on the outside. See, we talk about Stribling, redshirt freshman, Quillen freshman, Calvin Jones freshman, Ian Hamburg we saw earlier, he's a freshman. That's where they have a lot of
Second and
these
10,
young guys.
Carolina.
Remember, this is a team that does not have 9 total seniors on this roster. So they're just going to keep getting better.
Oh, he threw a pick.
Intercepted.
It was on 30-yard line.
That is Carl Poole. Young man who earned a scholarship right before the season. Stepping right there in the passing lane. Kid out of Danville, Virginia. Makes the interception and then forces their second turnover in this ball game.
See, that right there is technique on how to play the RPO game as a linebacker.
They're still in FCS school.
He took one step in to make sure that the run wasn't there, that he didn't have the ball up. The second he saw the quarterback pull the ball away, he then turned his shoulders and got square back into that slant pass.
It looked like an FCS school.
Textbook play by Poole to make that interception.
Wow.
You're watching the All-State Saturday kickoff.
Liberty scores here.
Also has a twin brother on
It's
the
a spread
Carl,
for
just saw Carlos. His twin brother is a wide receiver.
a lot of time, though.
Jonathan Bennett now in a quarterback.
Ooh.
It just popped up in football at the end of that run.
Fumbled it.
Picks up just a yard. So Jonathan Bennett.
Good to see Jonathan Bennett in the game.
Shirt freshman quarterback. South Carolina. It's an off pick. It has some room to run.
Gaping hole.
Rocks it twice. Can he take it all the way? Yes, he can. Peyton Pickett gets loose, and this Liberty offense is pouring it on.
You know, we talked earlier in the season about how Peyton Pickett was really a short yardage back that had a nose to the end zone, scored a lot of touchdowns. But in this offseason, he really improved his speed. And you can see it right there. He's always been a patient runner. But right there, to be able to get through that gap, split it right there, and take that thing all the way to the house, he's become a much faster football player this season.
40-point lead.
Stricker in once again. Missed the last shot. That is up through the Flames. It comes 55 on the scoreboard. Still 12:49 to go on the game. Everybody in blue making an impact on the offensive side today.
There's a Trojan warrior spirit that distinguishes Troy from the rest of American higher education. From the day a student enrolls in Troy, they become part of the Trojan family. It's very much the philosophy of the institution that we know our students by name and not by number. We help our students find where their strengths lie and offer them academic programs.
Think about taking Florida.
Prepare them for successful careers.
Shane is getting his holiday shopping done early at Amazon.
Check on these other games.
He'll get to be holiday Shane, aka cool Uncle Shane. He gives the best gifts.
Miami, Vautech. Got an upset in making
Good
there.
afternoon for Lou Headley, former Australian rules football player. Ginger Black will stay out of the way. We check in again with Matt Berry.
West Virginia looking good today against TCU and that cluttered up Big 12. Jarrett Dagan and TJ Simmons. Watch the grab by Simmons. Defender, son, and ball. 24-6.
Neil Brown trying to get it done in year two as we take a look at the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Let's see how we did.
Was Matt Dickinson was he in the ACC or was that old school?
That was Big East.
That was Big East, so that wouldn't count. Can I roll him over into? Oh, there you go. You guys double teamed it.
We nailed it. Hendon Hooker throws the pass incomplete. Good job, E. Wood. It was all you and me on that sequence.
Well, I didn't realize that I could.
If I would have missed the Louisville one, that would have been a bad thing.
Yeah, that was bad. I didn't realize I could phone a friend. No one told me. I thought I was doing this myself. What was that all about? I still go with Michael Vick.
Yeah, I would have thought Russell Wilson could have slipped in there too. Before he transferred to Wisconsin, took the Badgers to the Rose Bowl. The jet sweep action. Robinson picks up a down in 5 now.
And that's an area of the game that Virginia Tech has had that Miami hasn't considered.
Don't want to.
They're up to that.
But what's the point of this?
Are you over Michigan State? Wow.
Watching them make things. No pun intended today.
I saw the line
Liberty bet against Liberty
And it
Flames.
was like, what in the Liberty just beat Virginia Tech, and now Virginia Tech's favorite over mine. Like, what in the world is that? Guys in Vegas right now know what they're talking about.
Well, I know we saw last week.
Run it back.
And watched the tape of that game with Liberty. Hendon Hooker is an incredible athlete quarterback for Virginia Tech. When you have somebody like that, you have a shot to upset anybody you play.
Jesus, Liberty's kicker is a yo.
He got a lot. He got a lot of attention after that 51-yard field goal,
What
and
the
a lot
heck?
of people were asking him. So, like, how much do you live? The kind of questions you get around. You got
How much I spent?
Yeah. But when he was just
Y'all seen Liberty's kicker?
after transferring from Penn State, not playing, he said he was
Looks like a linebacker.
You can see that. As there's a whistle, a flag on the field.
Wow, this team's atrocious.
Something that's hidden, he lets you know.
False start. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Doesn't he curl the punt?
He does. He curls in the locker room before the
Yeah.
game. That's right. All right, hey, let's check in with
Emily.
What are you bench, Emily?
I actually haven't been benching lately, so I don't have those stats for you right now, but I'm sure I can pick up that pipe that curls before the games. But you guys were just talking about Liberty's success and that big stunning win over Virginia Tech. Coach Free surprisingly said that ranks at the top of his list of accomplishments at coaching. The emotions were the same as beating Alabama with Ole Miss, but
Get rid of it.
a couple of differences between the two programs really shine. And he joked that everyone's going to think we're going to just.
Yeah, you raise the expectations. That's the name of this game. Obviously, you love it as a coach. You love people getting excited. Yeah, now you're going to NC State next week, and everybody's like, well, you beat Virginia Tech. That's what's going on. Like, you got it. That is impressive for a guy that beat Nick Saban twice at Ole Miss and had a lot of big wins there. He said last week's victory over Virginia Tech, the biggest win of his coaching career. Toss coming near side. They trying to string it out, and they do. That was Luke Sutton, the freshman wide receiver, taking that. Bring up, third down.
Both teams getting to play a lot of guys in the fourth quarter. These are valuable reps to be able to get them on film. Some of these guys, when I was at UNC, Coach Brown used to say, some of you guys go back to your dorm rooms and apartments and you have mini meetings talking about how come you're not getting any playing time. Well, now's your opportunity to get that playing time and be able to see it on film and make an impact in the game.
13.
Chuck it. Go. Go.
At the 30-yard line. Taken down by Cade Robinson. Coming up. There is a flag in the backfield.
Offensive holding number 60.
Wow.
Penalties decline. Fourth down.
So the punting unit comes on for Western Carolina.
The one area of Western Carolina that really needs to shore up where they sort of shot themselves in the foot is in pass protection. They've done a decent job in the run game, being able to open up a few creases. But in pass protection, especially when they're trying to get to their vertical game, they haven't been able to protect the quarterback and be able to take those shots down the field.
Larry Douglas. Wait for the punt.
That was like a 20-yard punt.
Actually, Alex Barbier made an attempt to catch that.
Total shame.
Flames bench.
These players have been never played football before.
Field position when we come back. Liberty leading 55-14, 10:46.
Wow. Regret watching this game. Especially, I had money on it.
Billy, don't you just have the sense that this is why Derek King came South Beach for a drive just like this, a Power 5 school on the road?
He recited the story to us yesterday, watching the national championship between LSU and Clemson. He wanted to be on the big stage. Canes are inside the top 10, only one loss. He has thrived in this moment so far this season, late in games.
And King has the sense of something special in these type of moments. You're exactly right.
Virginia Tech has done a great job of taking away De'Aaron King's running game today. Coming into this game last week, he had 105 yards on the ground. Last week against Liberty, Virginia Tech's defense gave up 108 yards on the ground to quarterback Malik Willis. Coming into the game, thought that Virginia Tech would be very vulnerable with the De'Aaron King run, and so far they held him to just 7 yards on the day.
A long run of just 10 in this game so far for De'Aaron King. The rest of that yardage subtracted via sacks around the edge, almost as if he hurt us that time, Kelly. On 2nd and 8, he'll gain 7.
Well, in the past, that's how De'Aaron King has actually gotten his rush yards. It's the scramble yards off of design pass plays, just like we saw there.
Miami at the 39. Harris picks up the first down. Check that, Donald Chaney.
Turning
the legs that time and stopped at
I bet when I click back, Liberty will have scored.
Here's the lineup for tonight. Fresh off a big double overtime win.
How many plays do they score? 2? Over-unders 2.5 plays to Liberty score the touchdown.
WBO welterweight belt against Kel Brook in Las Vegas. That's what's in the lineup on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN app. Now, Brook looking for his first win in the welterweight division since 2016. Pro title fight 11 knockouts. You're not getting this from 10. Yeah, you're only getting this right here.
I've seen Crawford fight, and that guy will knock your face off.
There you go. That's your analysis. Get y'all ready for that.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. Hands
There's one play.
Checked in the ball game. Little guy, but running hard, picks up 9, maybe just shy of the first down. Flames getting all their running backs. There's stable of backs involved in this one.
They do have a stable backs. When you start going down the list of Josh Mack, Hayden Pickett, Shedro Lewis, these guys, Josh Henderson. Yeah, they had high hopes, Josh Henderson, that he would get plenty of reps and plenty of yards this year, especially in the receiving game. He barely had a chance to even get on the field.
Their coaches like him a lot. Every
Yeah,
time you
good
talk
player.
to Liberty coaches about their running backs, they always bring up Troy Henderson. It's hard to get him on the field. We have so much talent there right now. He got 8 on first down. They give it to him again.
2 plays.
Close to that first down. See if he gets the spot he needed. And he does. That'll move the chains.
Yeah, it would be good to see Troy Henderson get lots of carries here down the stretch.
What did I call him?
I call him.
Oh, you called it? Okay, good. So,
I'm not even.
all right. Troy, he was involved last year quite a bit in the past game, as you mentioned. Caught a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, really good receiver out of the backfield. And it's just, I mean, it's one of those situations at Liberty where the practices, I bet, are incredibly competitive.
They're going to give it to him again. Not a lot there. Gets a couple right now. You're Liberty. You're leading 55-14. And you're just trying to keep that clock moving.
3 plays. All right, we'll survive.
Reps for guys that maybe don't get a lot of opportunities.
Let's see Jonathan Bennett. You know, Jonathan Bennett, if you know the story, I believe it was the Syracuse game, first game of the season last year.
No, it wasn't that game, but it was early in the year.
Early in the year where it was a celebration after a touchdown and landed awkwardly on his knee and ended up having a severe knee injury that had to have surgery and missed out the entire season last year. A real unfortunate incident that happened to Jonathan Bennett. It's good to see him back out there. I'd like to see him at least swinging around a little bit.
Yes, Henderson. He's got some room
See
to
ya.
the outside. Trying to make that last miss. Couldn't do it as the flag flies. We'll see what that's about. He's going to be a couple yards shy of first down.
Offensive holding number 19. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
So Brody Brum called for, I think that's his second hold
Take that.
today from the wide receiver position with that Liberty up. one guy we have not seen on the field, with at least not a huge role, is now they haven't pumped.
It hasn't come out yet.
He's held on extra points in the field goal attempt. Yeah, the Liberty offense is not the first part today.
We got the beef out here to the left side. Yeah.
And pulls it out. Now he's in trouble. Wrapped up and drops. The pressure came. And that was Ty Harris, the senior linebacker, getting to him.
Yeah, John Bennett really needs to pull the trigger. The linebacker and move up, which opened up that window to throw the slant into the short side of the field. He just didn't let it go. I thought he was going to let it go and could have picked up a completion.
Now back the Flames up significantly. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
We haven't seen a lot of this yet. The lost art. The screenplay.
Yeah.
Where's the screenplay?
He does not run a lot.
Who runs screens? A lot of teams. I've seen any teams run screens.
And off near side. That's
3rd and 17.
Yardage as well. So the Flames moving the wrong direction these last couple of plays. Talked about next week, Liberty heading to North Carolina State. Well, Liberty has one of the longest win streaks in the country right now. They've won 9 straight dating back to last year. The only team with one longer, Notre Dame. Talks a little bit about them today. And then you look at Coastal Carolina down there, Liberty's final opponent. Before, you call for him, you mention his name, and what do you know? Here comes
it's on cue.
Aiden Allen. That's fine. They're going to try to follow him. So this will be a 54-yard field goal. Play clock down. They got hurt. They get the snap away. The kick is away.
Drills it.
And he got it. Alex Barbier.
The legend of the Heights
continues to grow. How about that? 51-yarder a week ago. 54-yarder new career high. As he had to hustle, the play clock was about to run out.
I mean, it was right as it was running out. But watch his kick, good solid kick. I tell you, right after that thing through, what was his bench 405? You could have put 450 on the bar. He would have got that right there. Yeah. I mean, he's jacked after this one.
No time to think about it. Just let it rip. And
right there after it's over, run straight over to the sidelines. Get the bench press out. 425 on.
They should have a bench over.
They should have it ready for him. Yeah, I mean, you hit a 54-yarder, the adrenaline's pumping.
That's right. How about this? This is here he is doing his curls.
Like Hugh Freeze.
He jumps in.
I think he's going to foam roll.
Yeah, styrofoam. Yeah.
It's a foam roll.
He's over there pumping. So this is pregame. That's Alex Barbier's routine. You think they're loose? You think they're having a good locker room?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze. Keeping it alive.
The kicker's line, it's so conditional. It's 100% conditional. That kid misses a few field goals, missing Virginia Tech. All the hobnobbing and joking ain't going on right now. But, that's the life of the kicker.
44.8. Gotta have a touchdown.
Liberty with that field goal now. They have scored the most points in any game this season they've scored. They surpassed the 56 they hung on Southern Miss back in late October. That one rooted momentarily.
Why would you kneel it? God, this team is such a joke.
So it's Liberty offense just continues to get
Who
better.
kneels a kickoff at the 10-yard line?
18th in the country in points per game, about 38 a contest. They brought 58 here today.
619 total yards. That's a lot of yards.
So they're 6 minutes and 7 seconds away. We're adding to what has already been their best start in program history. Will Jones coming back in at quarterback. As he and Mark Wright have alternated in position today.
I like how they keep mixing it up.
Nailed at the 9-yard line.
They give it to him. He gets a couple of yards before he sends out. He's running back that's listed at 6'4". You don't see that. Look at the kid, number 10. He's a big hit. I'm talking about running backs running low. He's 6'4".
Eddie George could run.
had an Eddie George jersey.
Back in the Dallas. He was absolutely.
Steve McNair were clicking.
Oh.
Kevin Dyson, Frank Wycheck. Those were great Titans teams.
I love it.
Hand off to him again. He'll get it out to the 15-yard line. A ball come out. Saying he's down. Lance Carl Poole saying, give me another one. And saying he was down. Bring up third. 5 or 6.
That was the Titans 1 yard short team.
It was, yeah.
Take a look, make sure that he's down. There's that knee. Oh, further review.
Wow.
Do you dare as a referee in this game? Do we go to the review? It's like, all right, boys, snap the ball.
That was a clear fumble.
Yeah.
Now they're going to overdo it. Gosh.
Previous play
It's embarrassing.
under further review.
There's another look.
Carolina just fumbled it.
It was down there as it's punched out.
12-yard line.
Had the interception earlier.
Carl Poole having a game. Interception.
Switch on a moment.
Forced fumble, and I believe he was one that came out with it also.
All right, for all of you young, see, that's on purpose. All you young aspiring linebackers out there, whenever somebody has a guy wrapped up, see how the running back's wrapped up? The next thing you do is take your eyes to the brown of the ball, punch the brown of the ball, just like Poole did right there. And that's what caused those turnovers. The first guy's got to come in, he's got to wrap up the tackler, and as that tackler's going down, and you're coming to clean it up, take your eyes to the brown of the ball, and then punch that thing loose. Really nice play by Poole. That stuff gets me fired up.
So they're continuing to review it as it looked like that got punched out at about the 14 or so. And picked up right about there as well by Poole.
Punched it in, picked it up, didn't it?
Flames are going to, it would appear, although we were wrong on the targeting penalty earlier today when they were reviewing that one, it would appear this is pretty clear cut. Going to be Liberty football. Just under 5 minutes to go in this ball.
After further review, ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Liberty at the 14-yard line. And the first and 10 for Liberty at the 14.
Third turnover forced today by this Flames defense. They forced 9 all season coming in. A couple of picks now and a fumble recovery.
Poole's coming off the sidelines there to get congratulated by everybody. He is jacked up. Really good football game. Another quarterback.
You'll see our fourth quarterback, freshman Sean Brown, coming in. Play QB for Liberty. Freshman out of Apex, North Carolina. Looks at the Craig Henderson. A couple of yards, stays in bounds, keeps that clock moving. Sean Brown, 3-star recruit. First opportunity to see him in action.
They're really trying to give Troy Anderson a lot of carries over the last few drives. I'd like to be able to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north and south, get his shoulders square.
Give it to him again. Good push from the offensive line as he gets down inside the 10-yard line. Thanks. Trying to break 60 if they put points on the board here. Really, the biggest concern right now is just running time off the clock and getting out of here with that W.
It's always good to work on your red zone offense when you get down a third down. This could be a third down conversion within the red zone. I like to see what kind of plays Hugh Freeze is still coaching. I see the type of plays that he draws up in the red zone.
3rd and 5. Just one stop.
Stood up. They'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down. These are always those situations where
Go for it.
you kind of feel like you're
Just go for it.
not trying to rub your opponent's nose in it, but at the same time, you just there's no right answer. I think whether you kick a field goal or you go for it, I don't know.
Field goal means I'm done.
Inside run right here. Same play, basically the same play as last time. Fourth down. I would expect.
Let that play clock run all the way down.
That showdown next week in NC State.
It's a 7:30 game on the ACC network, and they just play day games basically all year long. So this is the first time they will play at night contest.
That makes a big difference when they have to sit
This
around
is-
that hotel all day long.
Timeout. Liberty. First charge to this half.
Liberty takes a timeout. We'll take one as well. The play.
Field goal runs me here.
Gingerbread builds tradition. A string of light sparks family ties. A last-minute gift makes a lasting impression. A tray carries your heritage, and an ending means a new beginning.
My name is Henry, working within Amazon Transportation Services. I immediately saw the challenge of climate change. We want to be sustainable, but when you have a truck covering over 300 miles, or you have flights going hundreds of miles, it's a bit more challenging. We are letting the data guide us to the best solution. This inspires us to try to solve a problem that nobody else has solved. That's for example.
I felt I got inspired by Popeye's Wicked Shrimp and it rocks. And Popeye's new Wicked Shrimp with a biscuit design for just $5.
To the pits, the fan walk from Wrigley Field is just as strong to the octagon. The Indiana man leads Magic Blue. You're the reason we're here.
Yeah, I just wish you weren't like, here.
If tennis is your cup of tea, or fantasy is your priority, this is your stream. ESPN Plus. It exists because you do.
Tonight, we begin this 2020 season playing in front of a bunch of cardboard cutouts.
How gratifying is tonight?
This amazing feedback. Is this as weird for you guys? Is this for us?
2.7 seconds remaining.
Next UFC Fight Night today in Las Vegas, only on ESPN Plus. Paul Beller took this fight on 5 days' notice because of injury. He takes on Rafael dos Anjos. Santos, who comes down in weight, lightweight. The pre-line started at 4 p.m. Eastern.
All right, we got a sliver of hope here. Yeah, Liberty on the play.
Yeah, let me give you some UFC Fight Night facts.
Yeah.
Let's watch this for now.
They're in it. Oh, it's an easy first down.
Inside the 5, lunging for the end zone.
Possibly a
I
touchdown.
don't think he got in. I'm also not sure he got off the football. No, they're calling it a fumble, it looks like. I think Troy Anderson kind
What
of
the heck just happened?
tossed that football towards the end zone. And there's Anderson's back. Reaching for the pylon is one thing. You aren't allowed to throw it that way.
Early on the field, the ball was fumbled from the field of play into and out of the end zone. The ruling will be a touchback. First down, Western Carolina.
Look at it here, and yeah, you just kind of he did hit the pylon. That was good. It was good accuracy. But
Yeah, you got to hold the ball.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely want to hold the ball. And it would have picked up the first down. It wasn't a Peter die situation where we got the first down.
I wish that's the time you wish you had a
Yeah, you can. Yeah, great angle.
There's a sliver of hope. 2 minutes.
You see Troy trying to reenact that.
Carolina's got the ball.
He said, yeah, let's
Lesson learned.
Ball goes back to cat and mouse. 2:20 to go.
Why are they running the ball? Like 2 yards of run.
First down. That carry was Bradley. Bradley.
2 yards of run.
So we're working our way down through the depth chart on both sides.
Come on. Taking 20 seconds in between plays.
It'll be interesting to see for Western Carolina the improvement between week 1 and 2. What do coaches
Throw the
always
ball
say?
down the field.
Some to the far side.
Get out of bounds.
Coaches always say the biggest improvement comes between week 1 and week 2 of the season. So they go to Eastern Kentucky next week. Be interesting to see what they look like then. One game under their belt.
Yeah, to be able to
Probably
get a
still
game,
look like
get
that.
a game actually tiring this dude watching practice film every day for the kids, for the coaches, and have an actual game film that they can put on tomorrow and
Yeah, they're gonna
teaching
run
and learning and get better for the next game. It gives them something to play for. It's really good.
Sweet, man.
In that
All timeout.
stood up, dropped after a 1 yard gain, and that's all he needed. They get the first down with the Jays.
You have timeouts.
Check in one more time with Liberty Austin.
Yeah, guys, another thing that's been difficult for this Western Carolina team, or this Western Carolina team, is head coach Mark Spear was saying we don't have team meeting rooms big enough to socially distance. We've only been on Zoom, so this is not only the first time that this team has all gone on the field together, but really meeting and going through the whole travel and getting all that learning tips to figure out how to do that for their conference season, which starts in February.
Trying to put together a drive.
Just have all his players together. He said no one knows each other still. He feels like they haven't been able to build relationships. It's been frustrating for him this year. And just to have a game, despite what the scoreboard says, he'll be able to take some positives out of this moving forward, no doubt.
When you listen to Coach
Wow.
talk about
Just a total white flag.
It's got to be killing them, but at the same time, to be able to get on the airplane together, get
Why
on the
not throw
bus
the
together,
ball?
and come here and be able to eat together and play this game
It's
is steps in the right direction.
On the other side, is you can see the big tackle made there. Kenny Charles.
Wow. Well, Western Carolina is the saddest football team I've ever seen.
He has a long career ahead of him. On the other side, for Liberty, your 10th straight win and do what many thought would be impossible before this season. The season they have had with
Liberty, 8-0.
Unbelievable, and they will now go to North Carolina State next week with the chance to continue.
I'm going to go against them next week.
And move ahead to one week season. For now, 8-0 with the win, 58-14 over Western Carolina. Joe, time for one last takeaway. What do you take out of this one for the Flames moving forward?
Well, I'll take away that nobody yet has proven that they can stop Malik Willis Saturday in Rome.
Over 400 yards total offense, 5 total TDs for Malik Willis in the win. So for Joe Young, Emily Austin, I'm Matt Warner saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia. The final score is Liberty 58, Western Carolina 14. All games aired on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
ESPN celebrating 150 years of college football.
Wow. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Lost money and it was a terrible game to watch. So I don't know if Liberty keeps this up. I'm probably gonna fade them next week.
They're a piece of culture that has transcended college football. You may not know a lot about that team. You sure as hell know who their mascot is, right?
Hopefully I'll bet on some more interesting games coming up. I know that one kind of sucked. I might be taking Florida later, so if I come back for a stream for that, you guys will see that. But yeah, screw Western Carolina. That was abysmal.
That mascot is tangible evidence of all the things that are going into it.
think that's a big reason why they're treated the way they are. It just lets people know that even if you're not in the stadium, this is still representing the university that you care about and you're crazy about.